What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Rake Up, and we back with another video. And shout out Blue Pineapple Phoenix, because I'm about to steal his trade. But One Piece is what's good. But on some real shit though, yeah, you already know the topic, title. I'm about to tell you why I can't really get into One Piece. You know, after everything has been, after all my years of anime, I just really never can get into this anime, and I never will get in this anime, to be honest. It's just so deep when it comes to the things that kind of quirk and irk me about this property. So originally it started as a manga in 1997 by Shueisha's Shonen Jump magazine. 23 years later, this is literally the highest selling comic of all time, with over 460 million copies sold worldwide and over 1,000 episodes for an anime adaptation of the same property. Not only that, it has really GOAT reception with fan acclaim and overall visibility and relevance for the last 20 something years, and that is an important feat. I can't even take away from that ever. And even after all those years, I'm still thinking like, damn, they're trying to incorporate me into the fandom. They're still talking about it. There's something that has to make it tick. And I was originally about to do like a formal review of it, but I knew I just couldn't do it. I couldn't have a formal review. I couldn't have a formal video about it. So like, this is just gonna be like another little rant video. So basically, I'm gonna start with this. One Piece, to its credit, it's the definitive shonen default template, okay? Everything that comes with shonen cliches and shonen checklists, you will find in One Piece. If you literally just want to turn your brain off and watch a shonen show without any previous experience or knowledge with the said property, watch any episode of One Piece. Literally any episode of One Piece, you will be satisfied and fulfilled for everything I just listed before. Just from the mere accessibility alone, that's how far One Piece can reach within its relevance and its longevity as a property. But that's one of the biggest things that strikes it hard when it comes from me not getting into it and just not really caring for this property in general, is because that it is ongoing. It is so fucking bro, it's literally 20 years later, 94 volumes later, it's still going. There's no finality, and with a show extending this long for a shelf life, there's going to be too many low points for it to even be considered a classic or even something that can be revered, because it's still ongoing. Literally, like, it's going to hurt. And I know some of you guys are going to kind of chop this up as just being a weak point, but just keep in mind that even life ends, and the fact that these people have been working on this property for the last 20 something years, they're going to get comfortable, they're going to get lazy, they know how to write it, they know how to approach it, they know what works for the fandom. So it's not going to be anything interesting or new coming into play, coming in the mix. It's going to be the same old, same old. And the sad part about One Piece and other ongoing shows such as Dragon Ball and Gintama, etc., it's the fact that these shows were never intended to be this fucking long or last this long. There was an original intention, but it just got deterred because it's successful. It has that visibility, it has that reception, so they're gonna have to milk it. That's the motto of Japan, basically. It's all about getting the shmoney and just getting the fucking pesos, and nothing else matters after that. But besides securing the bag and renewing their contracts, the next reason why I just couldn't give a damn about the property of One Piece in general is the fact that Ichiro Oda is a mediocre writer. You know, the stories that he tries to tell and convey aren't too interesting, new, and overall forgettable a lot of times. But I can really apply that to a lot of shonen mangaka and manga creators from the past, present, and future. But I really want to put a nod to the appeal and accessibility of a shonen story. It's about a boy's journey, because shonen literally translates to coming of age, usually about 13 to 15 years old. So it's usually about a young boy has some goal, challenged, or is dared to do something, and it's usually out of their means and unattainable to everybody else, but you know, he's determined to do it, so he's gonna do it, right? And for One Piece in particular, it's about this boy literally enjoying his journey, not the destination to becoming the Pirate King by looking for this legendary treasure that, hell, he doesn't even know exists. But he's living his life one day at a time. It's very lighthearted, and it's very, very endearing to a lot of people, because a lot of people have goals that may seem unfeasible or just out of reach compared to reality or whatever. So overall, the story is going to be simple, easy to approach, really digestible. It's going to resonate with the audience because the audience could put themselves in the main character's shoes and have their perspective in the driver's seat. Now with that in mind, as I said before, with the longevity of the show, we're going to see patterns, we're going to see habits and contradictions. We're going to see some shit that's going to fall flat on its face. Especially considering that when they start implementing dynamics and raising the stakes, like elevation of the plot, how grand the world is, it's going to be overall meaningless, because consequence is fucking meaningless at this point. I'm gonna be real, because overall we know our heroes are gonna overcome what challenges are gonna happen, unless it comes out with someone having to die to prove a point. And I already explained that in one of my earlier videos when I talked about One Piece. But Ichiro Oda doesn't know how to write a death scene. He doesn't really know how to make a convincing story without convenience or contrivance, you feel me? And to be honest, it'll be hard to say that I won't see these guys just throwing stuff to the wall, seeing what sticks, and they have a whole assortment of nameplates and dates that they made up on the spot or already had in some type of motion or planning to just throw in there when the time is right, whenever they feel like they gotta keep the story going. Like, the overall immersion and investment in the lore of One Piece has been destroyed and reconstructed or just non-existent for most of the time, especially from the origins of the devil fruit to everyone's backstory. For the main cast, everyone has some type of deep tragedy to push them to do something or achieve something, not because it's their own being or their own will. Then we fast forward to the main story arcs in One Piece. Everything happens in its own vacuum, each island, then it resets, then they try to connect the events together somehow through contrivance in odd ways, and it's just rinse and repeat, cycles and fucking cycles. On top of that, our characters, I really want to note, kind of uninteresting or just a trope or trait. We get a little development for the little part, but it's nothing really substantial or digestible, to be honest, to be completely honest. I mean, if you look up the best moments of any of these characters, you won't find any deep complexities of their mind state or their situation or just them reacting to something. You're just gonna see them punching some shit, saying some shit in a fight, or, you know, that's it. That explains most of the characters. And the side characters, they're nothing. I don't know. But I don't understand why Whitebeard and fucking Ace got their own little memorials. We just don't ever know. So moving along from the story, you know, it could be mediocre and downright bad at worst. I think the biggest thing that really separated me from One Piece is the fact that the premise was good, just bad execution, and then it started to take itself way too seriously at a lot of times. There's tonal inconsistencies all throughout this anime. Have that combined with, like I said, the longevity of this anime is still ongoing, along with the mediocre to just straight up bad writing. Everything just sandwiched together for a so-so or inconsistent ass product. And a lot of you guys know me. You guys know that I watch anime to validate my life experiences and get some food for thought for the most part. And not even say that I'm against fun or entertainment, but it's the fact that I feel like I gotta be reimbursed for my time for investing in this product or property. And as for One Piece and many other shonens, it's just going to be equivalent to you scarfing down some fucking Sour Patch Kids and just keep going. You just keep going. You just keep going. You're gonna get a stomachache. You're gonna get a burnout. You're not. It's not gonna end well for you. And so yeah, that kind of wraps up my thoughts on One Piece, the property and anime or whatever, just as a whole. Anytime it will be referenced or mentioned, I won't ever really do a content solely based around it outside of these two instances on my channel. I feel like that another thing about One Piece is that the fandom, they try to use the numbers to hide behind the flaws and the visible problems that the show emits. And I don't really think that's cool. I don't really think that's some right, because if we want something greatness, we want something to sustain, we gotta allow it to learn from its mistakes, you know? You gotta take L's, you gotta accept failure in order to win, you feel me? And yeah, I guess that's it, you feel me? One Piece is just something it's just something to pass the time for the most part. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You feel me? Would you love it? Would you hate it? Do you like One Piece? What do you want to like One Piece? You think I was wrong about some things? Because I remember when the Mary got burned down. Yeah, I remember a lot of things. Yeah, I just didn't want to talk about it. But you know what? Fuck it. I said what I said. Yeah, I got some other stuff coming up soon. So yeah, like and subscribe. Please don't cry and please don't die. And I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy Rank Up and